Hello and good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Listen, if you like these beats, if you want to use them for your live stream, if you want to use them for your live show, if you want to use them for anything you do, this music is from a buddy of mine, produced from a buddy of mine, and he wants you to use it. It's on YouTube. It's called Streamables. It's also on Spotify. So make sure you use that. All right, listen. It's 8:47, July 28th, 2021, and I am late. I am a half hour late. I wish I had a good excuse. But listen, I don't have one. I woke up at 6, 6 whatever with the wife like normal. And then I laid there for a second. I was really tired. I didn't go to bed until really late last night and the night before, so I was a little bit lacking on sleep. However, no excuse. What happened was I all of a sudden opened my eyes and it was 8:27, pretty much 8:30. So I frantically got up. I decided, I was debating whether even to do a live show today, but I said, gotta stay in a routine, and so I'm gonna stick to my own word. But so this might be a short one today just because of time constraints. So what we'll do is we'll go over the Olympics, go over some top stories that I've been seeing around the Olympics, just because of what's going on right now. And then we'll go from there. Obviously, if there's people hanging out in the live show today, we'll hang out, but that might not be the case today. So let's do this. Let's start off with going over some Olympics. Olympic update. This morning, as of what time is it? 8:48 this morning. Japan is leading as far as gold medals. China's in second with gold medals is at 12. United States has 11 gold medals. So as far as gold medals go, it goes Japan, China, United States, with a total of 13, 12, 11, respectively. Okay, but if you were to talk about total medals, United States is absolutely dominating that, with the United States having 31 total medals, followed by China at 27 medals. The Russian Olympic Committee got 23, and then Japan's got 22, and then Australia kind of sneaking in there with 16 total medals, along with Great Britain. Okay, so one of the crazy stories, it's not really a story, it's just is just this gal winning. I mean, it's a story, but I don't have the whole. I don't really have the whole story, I guess. Okay, let's talk about this first. There's a few sports that are, I guess, new in the Olympics that United States, well, that for like women at least, that United States have won. One that being one of those being surfing. Carissa Moore wins gold for the first ever women's surfing event in the Olympics. And then I believe our 3-on-3 women's basketball team is supposed to win it as well. Apparently, they're just absolutely throttling people. They throttled Russia yesterday. And then we have this freaking beast of an athlete. I'm going to share my screen just so we get it. So we get some images of this gal. That's not her. Her name is Linda Jacoby. She's all the way from Alaska. She won the gold medal in the... What event was it? I forgot what event it was. Let me double check. I don't want to say that it's the wrong event. I thought it was the... She's a 17-year-old. Okay. Yeah. It's the 100-meter breaststroke. I was just making sure it was that event. Okay, so it's the 17-year-old from Alaska. She won the gold in the 100-meter breaststroke. The wild thing is she's 17, hasn't even gone to college yet. And I found out that in Alaska there is only one in the entire state. There's only one 50-meter pool. So imagine this: you live in Alaska. You discover that you're kind of good at swimming, so you have a goal or a dream or desire to be, whether it's some sort of like top tier swimmer in college or maybe the Olympics, but there is only a single one pool that is the length of an Olympic pool for you to train at in the entire state. Alaska is a huge state, land-wise. It's the largest state in America, and there's only one 50-meter pool. So supposedly, she's from a place called, I don't know how you to say it. It's either Seward or Seward. It's Seward. I'm going to say Seward, Alaska. And it's a 2-hour drive from Anchorage, which is where that pool is at. So she'd have to drive 2 hours if she wanted to train an Olympic-sized pool. Did she probably train at other pools? But just the diversity you have to overcome to be a 17-year-old from Alaska to win a gold medal in a very competitive sport is absolutely, congrats to her. It's just amazing. I watched men's volleyball last night. I forgot who we were playing, but our women's volleyball team just absolutely throttled them. Did you know that there is kayaking in the Olympics? I did not know this until after the men's volleyball, left the channel on. I was doing some things on the computer. I look up and there's these freaking dudes and gals just in this man-made river, just going down, getting thrashed. And it looked so stressful. I don't know any of the rules or anything, but it looks like they had to go around little checkpoints like you do in skiing, like, downhill skiing, how you like zig and zag and then you hit those little checkpoints. They were doing like something very similar to that, except it looked so much harder. And like if you missed a checkpoint, the current was going so strong. I don't think you have the strength to be able to go back upstream to hit it. You know what I mean? Like if you miss it by like a couple feet. So, okay. I'm debating whether to talk about the Simone Biles thing again. It's actually popping up here on the screen as I was reading this Jacoby story for you guys. Oh, I believe it's two 13 and 14, 15-year-olds are winning. I know that they were like the first women's street skating in the Olympics was won by a 13-year-old from China. Pretty interesting. And then I'm gonna look up some new topics here on my phone real quick. Like I said, guys, I literally just woke up. I haven't even looked up anything. I haven't. I do know that there's a lot more talk of mandating vaccines for like federal employees. It's just a wild world we live in. I just wanted to give at least an Olympic updates. Congratulate some of these athletes. There's so many events right now in the Olympics. To be honest, it's hard to kind of keep track. Our USA Sevens rugby team, last I checked, was doing good. I'm gonna type it in, USA Men's Rugby. We have a men's. If you don't watch USA Men's Rugby, oh no. Oh no, I'm Googling it right now. And we choked a 20-point lead. It happened at 1 a.m. this morning, so I was not going to be up for that. I just assumed they were going to win this quarterfinal match because we were supposed to at least medal. And apparently we were up by 21 points. And we choked a 21-0 lead against the Brits. The Brits come back in the second half to win. We were winning in 21-0 in the first half. The Brits come back to win 26-21. Congrats to the Brits, I guess. It's an amazing feat to come back from a 21-0 victory in any sport, let alone rugby. Well, that kind of hoops on what I was going to say. I was going to say our men's rugby team for the USA Sevens is very good. Sevens rugby is a little bit different than regular rugby. I did play rugby, so I know a bit about rugby. Their regular rugby is played with 15 men on the field, but there's a genre of rugby called sevens. Think about it as like 7-on-7 football. Slightly different rules. Basically the same, but the type of play is a little bit fast-paced. It's a way shorter game. The game's only 2 halves of I believe 7 minutes. 7.5 minutes maybe, for a total of 15 minutes. Maybe it's 2 10-minute halves now. Not really sure. I haven't been able to watch a full sevens match. I watched a couple of the USA games, but I caught them like late, so I came in like in the second half or like after the first half started or whatever. But our USA team has a pretty competitively good sevens team. We have the fastest man in rugby, is what they call him, Carlin Isles. He was a track runner. I believe he tried to play in the NFL, but he didn't quite catch traction in the NFL. Anyway, I was about to brag on our team, but then we ended up losing. I literally Googled our USA teams to see when they were going to play next, because I assumed they were going to win last night. And that's what I get. Pretty upsetting, to be honest. Well, on that note, sorry guys for this short episode. I didn't have a lot for you guys today. I apologize. I was late, but I said I'm gonna, for the birth of this show, that I gotta stay consistent and do one Monday through Thursday every day, and it, you know, so, and then that's what I tried to do, even though I was late. Maybe I won't do that next time. If I'm late, I just won't do it. All right, guys. Until next time, catch y'all on the flippity.